Firefighters arrived to the property this Friday morning and began rescuing people from apartment units off of balconies. The Red Cross reports 10 people from 3 apartments were displaced, including 5 children. The youngest was 8 years old. An investigation into the fire was launched, and authorities are also trying to figure out what sparked the flames. The Victoria County Sheriff's Office is investigating a break-in at Outlaw Pass on US 77 North. It happened Saturday, October 8th. The suspect used a white shirt to cover his face, and authorities say a man broke glass just to get into the building. Investigators believe the suspect is responsible for another burglary at the iMart Express on Navarro Street. If you can help, call 361-574-8023 or Victoria Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol officially sent a subpoena to former President Donald Trump. The announcement was today. The group wants Trump to sit for a deposition under oath and provide documents by next month. The committee is reviewing evidence to see if Trump was at the center of the plot to overturn the 2020 presidential election. The group was formed after Trump supporters stormed the Capitol in January 2021. Now, early voting in Victoria County starts next Monday. The Dr. Patty Dotson Health Center, 2805 North Navarro, Classroom A, will be open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for early voting. Early voting ends Friday, November 4th, and the last day to apply for a ballot by mail is Friday, October 28th. A human rights watchdog group claims Facebook and TikTok aren't blocking ads with false election information. 20 false ads were pushed to the platforms. They included false statements regarding the extension of voting days and other claims designed to discourage voter turnout. TikTok claims it's taken steps to safeguard political content, and a spokesperson for Meta says the tests were based on a small sample of ads and didn't represent the number of political ads reviewed daily. Which brings us to your viewer poll this afternoon. Do you turn to social media for voter information? Yes or no? We want to hear from you. Come to crosswordstoday.com/vote to participate. Viewers can also scan the QR code to get the poll, and stay tuned for 25 News Now at 6 for viewer poll results with Don Brubaker and myself. Russian attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure continue, creating rolling blackouts across the country, resulting in a loss of 40% of the country's power generating capacity. Leaders fear the attacks will lead to new refugees. The European Union discusses plans to provide Ukraine with 1.5 billion euros per month to help with basic needs, including energy, food, and water.
A new wave of attacks aimed at creating a new wave of refugees. That's what Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says is behind Russia's latest offensive, which is targeting Ukraine's energy system. Zelensky says missile attacks have destroyed more than a third of Ukraine's energy infrastructure. With winter fast approaching, officials in Ukraine say the attacks are designed to create problems with electricity and heating in the region.
As of right now, more than 1,000 Ukrainian cities and villages experiencing electricity, either outages or just like complete blackouts.
During a 2-day EU summit this week, leaders discussed plans to provide Ukraine with 1.5 billion euros per month to help with basic needs like energy, food, and water. And while Putin escalates his attacks, a rare sighting. Russian state media showing the Russian president and his defense minister inspecting military personnel and a training facility. But despite the photo op, Ukrainian officials say they are winning the war and will fight until the end.
Our people during last 8 months shown that they are ready to wait, they are support army, and they're ready to suffer. So we understand what we are fighting for. We are fighting for our country.
I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
In other news, Keep Cuero Beautiful is holding a clean sweep cleanup Saturday morning. The event starts at 8:30 at the Cuero Fire Station, 219 East Main Street, for breakfast and area assignment. Turn in your collected litter before noon. There will be a $100 donation to a local charity for the top 3 winning groups. T-shirts will be given out to the first 100 people who show up Saturday morning. And now let's take a look at your weather with First Warn Storm team Scott Penny joins us now with a look at what's going on outside. Scott.
Well, Karina, I hope you and others got a chance to get out and enjoy some of this beautiful weather we're having right now. Look at the temperatures: 83 Victoria, Cuero at 88, 79 Port Lavaca and Rockport at 85. Notice those dew points, very comfortable 50s, even 46 there in Cuero. We're going to talk about our full forecast, plus rain chances are back in the forecast, and we have our Friday football kickoff forecast all coming up on weather. Karina?
Scott, thank you. 2 people were arrested in separate incidents Thursday in Washington, D.C. One of the individuals claims he wanted to talk to a Supreme Court Chief Justice. The other admitted to the authorities he had weapons inside his vehicle.
This is what got the attention of Capitol Police Wednesday. An illegally parked van with illegal guns on the driver just steps from the Capitol.
They arrested my friend.
Just minutes before Capitol Police arrested the 80-year-old driver from Georgia, WUSA 9 has learned Supreme Court police confronted a California man only about a block away. According to court records, 73-year-old Melvin Marbury approached the court's north door and told police he was there to meet with Chief Justice John Roberts and, quote, would not leave until he was allowed into the building, which police say was closed to the public at the time. Police say Marbury said he had, quote, higher authority, showed them a congressional report as his supposed proof, and told officers, quote, I'm going inside or you do what you have to do. Police arrested him just minutes before the security scare involving the van around the corner. In D.C. court Thursday, CBS reports Marbury invoked sovereign citizen language and questioned the authority of the court and the Justice Department. The judge ordered him to stay away from the Supreme Court, to which Marbury responded, I'm not going to stay away. I'm going there now.
All right, here's a viewer note. This Sunday, the NFL on CBS will air the Texans at Las Vegas Raiders game at 3:25 p.m. The NFL will not allow us to broadcast the Cowboys game on our CBS sister station, even though it is airing at an earlier time. This is a decision from the NFL since our community is closer to Houston than Dallas. Well, stay with us. Straight ahead on 25 News Now at 5, the brother of the suspect in the slaying of a Merced County family pleads not guilty. Also ahead, former tennis player Simone Halep is suspended for testing positive at the U.S. Open.
It's a parent's worst nightmare. My son Diego was murdered. The county released the gunman on bond. He violated it 37 times, then shot another person. Why did the county even let my son's murderer out of jail? Beto O'Rourke favors easy bail. Just release criminals back on the streets. That's the same policy that let my son's killer run free. If Beto O'Rourke is elected governor, there'll be more violence and more victims.
I am a licensed professional counselor associate.
I'm a retired DuPont employee.
I am a nurse.
I'm a real estate agent.
And I am a CASA volunteer.
And I am a CASA volunteer.
I am a CASA volunteer.
And I am the president of CASA.
You can become a CASA volunteer.
If you're looking for a way to truly help children in need, become a CASA volunteer. You will be a voice making a real difference at a critical turning point in their life.
Every child has a chance. It's you!
Volunteering at the food bank is amazing. I went and volunteered with my husband and we love it. It really is a great way to honor somebody. It's a great team building experience to get together with the people you work with or your friends. And we honestly had the best time ever and so much fun. You are doing something that really greatly impacts others in your very own community as well as the surrounding communities.
Victory Kia and Victory Buick GMC want to let you know that you can lean on us. We will award $500 to a deserving winner. Drop off an entry form at any of our participating dealerships in the Lean On Me drop box with your story and contact info. Go to crossroadstoday.com/leanonme for more information or to enter online. You can tune in every other Thursday at the 6, 9, and 10 p.m. news to view our winners. Lean On Me is sponsored by Victory Kia and Victory Buick GMC.
A man accused of covering up the murder of a Merced County family enters a not guilty plea. Prosecutors accuse Alberto Salgado of helping his brother Jesus Salgado with the kidnapping and killing of 4 family members, including an 8-month-old girl. The family went missing October 3rd, and their bodies were found 2 days later in a field. Alberto Salgado was arrested for criminal conspiracy, accessory, and destroying evidence. He's scheduled to return to court on December 15th. President Joe Biden hit the campaign trail in Pennsylvania Thursday. The battleground state, along with Georgia, could help determine whether Democrats retain the U.S. Senate after next month's midterm election.
Democratic Senate nominee John Fetterman getting a boost tonight.
John, thank you very much for running.
President Biden visiting battleground Pennsylvania, appearing alongside the state's lieutenant governor to tout the administration's signature infrastructure law.
This law is about more than rebuilding our infrastructure. It's about rebuilding the middle class, something John knows a lot about and talks a lot about.
And to fundraise for the Democrat, who is running in one of the most competitive races in the country against Republican Mehmet Oz. With the clock ticking toward Election Day, some campaigns taking a sharper approach, like in Georgia.
For you, Herschel Walker wants to ban abortion, but for himself?
After weeks of avoiding the abortion allegations dogging Republican Senate candidate Herschel Walker's campaign, Senator Raphael Warnock releasing an ad Thursday characterizing the former football star as a hypocrite.
Why now this attack ad?
I think that the women of this state deserve to know the choice between the 2 people in front of them and about my commitment to a woman's right to choose.
Walker has denied the allegation, and his campaign said in a statement, the ad is a sign of desperation. A spokesperson telling CNN, everything points to Herschel having the momentum on his side. Herschel is focused on the issues that Georgians care about, like the economy and crime. Voting is already underway in the state. In the governor's race, Democratic candidate Stacey Abrams cast her ballot in person.
Today, I voted early, and I am encouraging everyone to show up early and cast your vote.
Many Americans voting early. Nearly 5 million ballots have been cast across 36 states so far. The most votes have been in Florida, followed by Michigan and California.
Romanian tennis player Simona Halep was suspended after finding traces of roxadustat in her system from a sample given at the U.S. Open. It's a drug used to treat kidney issues. She described the ban as the biggest shock of her life. She also adds feeling, quote, completely confused and betrayed, unquote. But she says she will prove her innocence of never knowingly taking any prohibited substance. New research finds sleep is just as important to health and to heart health as diet and exercise, but the CDC says a third of U.S. adults report getting less sleep than recommended. Health experts say getting a good night's sleep is much needed priority.
If you want to be healthy, get enough sleep. That's according to a new large study.
There's a lot of things you can live without, but you can't live without sleep.
The research finds people 50 and older who slept 5 hours or less a night faced a 30% higher risk of developing multiple chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease over time compared to those who slept at least 7 hours a night. At age 60, it was a 32% increased risk, and at 70, a 40% greater risk.
You're more irritable when you're not sleeping enough or not getting good quality sleep. It affects your relationships. There's really not a component of your life or your body that can't be affected by your sleep.
It's recommended that adults 18 and older get 7 or more hours of sleep a night. Dr. Mari Horvat with Cleveland Clinic's Sleep Disorder Center says, listen to your body.
Really emphasize to my patients, it's not, hey, I function okay on 6 hours. It's, do you feel good on that amount of sleep that you're getting? Do you feel well rested, like you don't need more sleep?
The CDC suggests improving your sleep with some new habits, like going to bed and getting up at the same time every day. Keep your bedroom quiet, dark, and a comfortable temperature, and avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol before bed, all things that can disrupt sleep. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It's a great day to be outside, around the water, or anywhere else for that matter. How long is this weather going to last? I'll have those details coming up next.
This is the 2022 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes and intelligent off-road technology, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places. The 2022 Nissan family of SUVs. Anything but basic.
Now get no payments for 90 days on Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
Hey, I'm Trey Gannum, and I'm here at Dr. Lay's office. She does the P-Shot, and what that does is it kind of rejuvenates your manhood. And I said, all right, let's try it, and man, did it make a difference. I thought I was 18 years old again, and I'm 50 years old now.
Come visit Texas Medical Wellness Clinic and Fountain of Youth Medical Spa in Victoria, Texas, your #1 destination for beauty and wellness.
I don't think we've ever had that in 14 seasons.
I will work like a lion. I'm a believer.
I'm gonna make you filthy rich.
Let's go!
New Shark Tank tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Halloween is almost here.
Ghost of the graveyard.
And things are getting spooky.
Ghost of the graveyard.
Next time, John David Washington. Plus, coming October 31st.
Ghost of the graveyard.
It's Live's Multiverse Halloween.
Ghost of the graveyard.
See, ours was in the graveyard. Interesting, you changed the preposition.
Sextortion scams are on the rise.
It's called sextortion.
He said, if you do not do what I say, I will ruin your life.
The guys didn't stop with just taking nudes of the kids.
They wanted me to cut my legs on camera.
They were like, get on webcam with me right now, or I'm gonna send this to literally everybody you know.
You think your child might not be a victim? They can be right now. All new Dr. Phil.
Jamie Foxx was turned away at Cardi B's birthday party? Was this doorman's name Ray Charles? Monday, music icon Dionne Warwick.
And welcome back. Let's head out to Port Lavaca, the Nautical Landings Marina, taking a live shot there. Notice the calm waters there in the marina. Not so calm out on the bay. Those winds gusting up pretty good, so small craft exercise caution. Here's your football forecast for the game of the week. Shiner Comanches versus the Refugio Bobcats. Clear skies, cool and breezy. There's those strong winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Kickoff temperature, a perfect 72 degrees. Elsewhere around the crossroads, we've got 79s at Palacios and Port O'Connor. Wharton checking in at 80, Hallettsville 84, Victoria currently at 83 degrees. One of the reasons it feels so nice outside are these low dew points, almost in the 50s across the board, except right there along the coast we have a few 60s, but even Nixon at 48, Beeville at 46, very comfortable. Anytime those dew points are in the 40s, 50s, low 60s, it's going to feel nice outside. Today got up to 87, normally 59. Normal low is 59. We're right there. Normal high of 83, record high of 96, set way back in 1926. We are dry out there. We're seeing dry conditions around most of the crossroads, even some exceptional severe drought conditions up around San Antonio. But good news is on the way because we have rain back in the forecast. Here's your future tracker. We're seeing a lot of this southerly flow coming in from this high pressure. That's why it's feeling a little bit muggier today. But then here's our next front. This is going to be in the northern part of the state. Notice we start to see a few showers. This is 2 p.m. Monday. Start to see a few showers around the crossroads, but as that front gets closer, those showers and activity will pick up. And this is Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Those showers will still be lingering around, and then that high moves out. And then here's another front. This is Friday at 8 o'clock. So this is the week of two frontal systems, and then Friday afternoon that front pushes through. Now these two fronts that are coming through are Pacific fronts, so the air is not going to be as cold as this last front that we experienced the cooler temperatures. As I said, it's pretty breezy out there right now. Here are your winds are anywhere from 10 to 15, a little bit breezier along the coast. You see some of those gusts getting up to 20. And as we go through the rest of this weekend, those winds are going to stay strong as we got a couple of pressure gradients working against each other to keep those winds up. If you are going down to Port O'Connor or going out on the bay, if you're in a small craft, please exercise caution. High tide 5:49, low at 10:05. The south winds 10 to 20, 2 to 5 foot seas. Bay water's choppy to slightly rough, and that water temperature now all the way down to 74 degrees. Tonight, 72, southeast winds 10 to 15, and then for overnight, 62 degrees. Those winds staying strong, 10 to 15 miles per hour. 88 tomorrow under mostly sunny skies, and then 80s. Look at the 77 on Tuesday as the front comes through. 50% chance of rain late Monday night, and then clearing out with that 60% chance of rain on Friday with the second front. Karina?
Scott, thank you. Coming up on 25 News Now at 5, we'll take a look at your stocks. Plus, Twitter shares drop as investors brace for Elon Musk's expected takeover of the company. Up next.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sean Hamilton with Victoria Vein and Surgery Clinic. If you suffer from leg ache, cramping, swelling, bulging, or spider veins, we have solutions. Victoria Vein and Surgery Clinic is proud to offer our patients advanced, minimally invasive treatments for their varicose vein disease. My team and I have been providing state-of-the-art vein care to the Crossroads region for 15 years. We perform all procedures in our office with minimal downtime. Call today to schedule an evaluation and experience the many benefits that vein care can provide.
I am a realtor.
I'm an attorney.
I'm a full-time dad of 11.
I'm a teacher.
I am a CASA volunteer.
And a CASA board member.
And I'm a CASA volunteer.
And I'm a CASA volunteer.
You can become a CASA volunteer.
If you're looking for a way to truly help children in need, become a CASA volunteer. You will be a voice making a real difference at a critical turning point in their life, because every child deserves a chance, and that chance is you. Volunteer today at goldencrescentcasa.org.
Every child has a chance. It's you!
Mike Collier wants to turn Texas into Joe Biden's America. Mike Collier wants open borders and to eliminate immigration and customs enforcement. Mike Collier wants to increase the business tax, property taxes, and the gasoline tax. Mike Collier wants biological boys to compete in girls' sports. Mike Collier wants AOC's Green New Deal, destroying our energy industry, costing jobs. Mike Collier wants to turn Texas into Joe Biden's America. Mike Collier, wrong for lieutenant governor, bad for Texas.
If you don't mean it, it's just words. Well, integrity is basically loyalty to be good when no one is watching, so you should do it because you know it's right.
The 13-year mystery. What happened to Brittany?
Hey, Brett.
Next, Inside Edition. The one-eyed monster who is finally fessing up to what he did to the promising young woman. His shocking confession. Then, phony Gucci factory? Raid on the warehouse that cops say churned out $40 million in fake designer labels.
Gucci gloves, Gucci hats.
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Taking a look at your stocks, the Dow up 776 points, the S&P up 91 points, and the NASDAQ up 247 points. Oil up 54 cents, closing at $85.05 a barrel. Twitter stock fell 8% Friday before rebounding as investors braced for Elon Musk's Twitter takeover. The reaction followed a Bloomberg report. The Biden administration was weighing a national security review of some of Musk's ventures, including the $44 billion Twitter deal. However, some administration have pushed back on the report. It's unclear if the report has any impact on the deal. Musk has 1 week remaining to close the Twitter takeover before facing a rescheduled trial, forcing him to acquire the company. In September, Texas added 40,000 non-farm jobs, more than doubling the number of jobs added in August. For the 11th consecutive month, the state set new employment highs as total non-farm employment reached 13.5 million. The Texas economy has added 721,000 jobs in this year. The Texas unemployment rate is now at 4%, but in Victoria, unemployment rate is at 4.2%, down from 4.6% last month and down from 5.8% last September. Alrighty, stay with us. We'll take one last look at your forecast. Plus, California police rescue a man from a burning car up next.
Enter your furry goblin in our Halloween pet costume contest, and you could win a gift certificate worth $100 from Navarro's Small Animal Clinic. Upload a picture of your cutest creature in their favorite Halloween costume till October 20th. Voting begins October 21st. The winner will be announced on October 28th on the 5, 6, and 10 p.m. newscast.
Palace Bingo is open and our customers' health is our main concern. We installed UV lights in our building for your safety. These UV lights kill harmful germs in the air and combat COVID-19. Plus, our employees have masks on, hand sanitizer stations are available, and we have plenty of room for each of our guests to enjoy. We also sanitize the hall after each session. And don't forget, our UV lights keep the air clean. Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends and friends win money.
Where friends meet friends.
It's a clearance super sale at Lax Furniture, and we're kicking it up a notch. Now is the time to save hundreds on super values and clearance items throughout the store. Lax has easy credit and more options, with financing for up to 36 months. Or, for a limited time, you can take an additional 10% off your entire purchase when you pay cash. What are you waiting for? Visit Lax today.
Halloween is almost here.
Ghost of the graveyard.
And things are getting spooky.
Ghost of the graveyard.
Next time, John David Washington. Plus, coming October 31st.
Ghost of the graveyard.
It's Live's Multiverse Halloween.
Ghost of the graveyard.
See, ours was in the graveyard. Interesting, you changed the preposition.
Hi, I'm Chief Fox with the Victoria Fire Department. As temperatures rise this summer and plummet this winter, not to mention hurricane season, residents may find themselves plugging into generators to deal with the unexpected power outage. Always use a portable generator outside, at least 20 feet away from your house. Make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector in your home before using a generator. Use a single outdoor rated extension cord to power one appliance at a time. Before operating a generator, make sure you're familiar with the manufacturer and safety guidelines. Follow these tips and you'll be ready to use your generator safely.
Your hand was bleeding at that point.
It's profusely bleeding. My dog was profusely bleeding.
She couldn't believe her pit bull was capable.
What did she say?
My dog would never hurt anybody.
And her perspective differed in other ways.
Did you see any blood?
From his dog, yes, but not from him. He was cradling my dog like a baby.
You said the dog was tethered to a tree.
Yes.
That was a lie.
Next, Judge Judy.
We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon, Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. California police rescue a hurt man from a burning car Thursday morning. Footage taken at the scene shows officers getting the driver out and walking him away from his car, which burst into flames. Authorities say the man was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was taken to a local hospital, and one officer at the scene was treated for smoke inhalation but was released. Alrighty, and now we have time for one more check of the weather with Scott Pidney, my fellow Houstonian. Scott, how's it looking over there?
Well, it's looking good. I got a question for you, Karina.
All right.
I know you went to Texas A&M Corpus, which is right on the beach down there.
Mm-hmm.
How difficult was it to go to class on a day like today?
Well, let me tell you something about Corpus. You could not walk without the wind pushing you back 10 miles. So that's why Victoria is just the perfect place to just stroll around. You know what I mean? So,
well,
yeah.
we've definitely got the perfect weather. High tomorrow of 88, and then we have a front coming through on Monday and Tuesday, dropping that high temperature back down to the 70s. This is Port Lavaca, and then as you move up to Cuero, those rain chances up a little bit, and those high temperatures down a little bit. Got 50% Monday, 20%. That's an AM 20%. By the afternoon, it'll be nice and clear and sunny, and then low 80s, and then another front comes through on Friday, giving us a 60% chance of rain. Notice those lows dropping to the low 50s on Tuesday night and then ramping back up pretty quick to the 50s and even 64 there on Thursday night. Karina?
Scott, thank you. And thank you for being with us. Remember, we are always at Crossroads Today Plus. We hope to see you back here tonight for 25 News Now at 6. World News Tonight with David Muir is up next. Drive safe.